Okay, it's working now. Hello again. Welcome back. My app is no longer glitching out, and hopefully it stays that way. Fingers crossed. And let me check requests. If Sabrina has requested join yet. You request. I see now. Let's do this. All right. I think this will work. So anyways, I think we already raised $300 or so, but just a reminder, we have connected this live stream to the Children's Cancer Research Fund, and that is the organization that facilitates I was just laughing at the Ben and Sabrina not being able to use Instagram Live.
Am I alone, or is he here?
Kind of
and
the
there's
story
just
of
like
my
another
life.
glitch.
So yeah, the donation section is for the Zach
Can
Soviak
someone
Hospital
comment?
Fund. Oh my gosh! It worked! I'm so bad at Instagram Live.
I've never been so relieved in my life than to see your face, because I really was scared for a minute that I'd have to take over this live stream and do it by myself.
I would have been very impressed and thankful. I don't know how this all works, but we did it.
We did this last time, though. Our last Instagram Live was it was the worst. I feel so bad for anyone who watched that. Like, it was informative, but it was not.
Yeah. No, I'm glad we figured it out, though. Welcome.
I like your Christmas tree. There's no star, but it's okay.
So we're gonna make a star. We're gonna go out and gather supplies and make our own.
Tree branches and stuff.
Yeah, like sticks, whatever. I don't know. Just trying to come up with any activity that is
make it out of Crayola crowns. Just all the Crayola crowns, or just one of the nudes pack of the Crayola crowns. It'd be so beautiful.
What are you saying? Crayola what?
Crayons. Oh my god. I'm from Pennsylvania, so sometimes I say things incorrectly, like song. All my fans point out the fact that I can't say the word song correctly.
Song?
It's a quirk.
Right?
Yeah, I think I said it right then because I'm trying to now. I've
okay.
it now. But hi, I miss you.
I miss you too. Are you you're in LA, right?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. The sentiment.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
LA's a weird place to be for Christmas.
Yeah, LA's a weird place to be. So definitely around this time of year. But I'm with my family and my dog, so that's good.
I got Cedar here as well. She's all cuddled up.
I don't Cedar, but I have my Barry.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah, it's funny though, because most kids name their stuffed animals what they actually are when they're 3. But I got that 2 or 3 years ago, so that was just.
And you named it Barry?
Yeah. I should rename Governor Bear. Just for the live stream, this is Governor Bear.
Okay, perfect.
I just watched the Behind the Clouds casting episode. All of these have been so interesting for me to watch because I had no idea that they were being made. I knew.
Yeah, right.
But initially when we filmed all that content, we didn't know that's what it was for. And I saw a little clip from our audition. And we
I've never seen any. Well, I guess I must have, but I don't think I've ever seen our audition before.
I mean,
I haven't.
I haven't.
Definitely not.
I saw a screenshot, a screen grab, basically from both of ours, and we just looked so. Well, you just had hair. I mean, so that was the first difference, and then I was very blonde. Yeah,
it was weird to see us play that scene looking like ourselves, because I've watched the movie so many times now, and it was funny to see it with even my curly hair, because in the movie my hair is straight.
I'll never forget when we were in Montreal and you still had your full head of hair because it was right before they cut it. And we were outside of the Notre Dame. I wish I could be cool, but we were outside, and I was like, I have to take as many photos of you as I came while he still had all his hair. And
I remember.
and I had a full photo shoot, and they were the best photos. And then my phone got wiped out, and all the photos are gone now. But they're in my heart.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sad.
I know. It is really sad that I
That was
don't
good.
know how to use iCloud.
I need to get better at taking photos in general. Like or maybe not. Maybe I should just
Scratch that, actually. I'm perfect just the way I am.
yeah,
I
post
love
a call.
myself. How do you feel? Also, how many times have you watched Clouds now?
Woof. Like, I don't know. Probably like at least. I need to charge. Yeah, I've watched it at least 12 times now.
Wow.
Probably more, but it was like watching it with my family and then like watching it at the premiere, and I think I watched a lot of different versions of it too.
Yeah, I think the premiere was so special. That was like such a different kind of like way to watch it.
Yeah.
And like it almost like weirdly didn't feel like 2020 vibes. It really felt like its own special thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was really, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. That was the first, like, I've never had anything that I've been in premiere like that. Like, that was really, really special for me. And
you just wait, kid. You're gonna have all the premieres you've ever dreamed of.
You're gonna be a star.
You're gonna be a star. You already are. But I was looking for like questions down below, but all I see are Brazilian flags. So
let me check the.
Okay. Also, I see you have the donate. You have the donate link. So thanks everybody who's donating. I'm gonna donate as soon as I hop off. And if you haven't donated yet, make sure to donate down below.
Yes, please do. Okay, a lot of questions about my hair. What was your favorite part about filming? It's an easy one. What do you think?
Wow, my favorite part, I really do think it was like, that's actually so hard because I really do feel like every day brought something really new and special. I think besides the obvious of like getting to know you guys and really feeling like we created a very like close-knit bond between you, me, and Maddie, and Justin, and Neb and Tom. Like, I love the night where we watched Scream and That Thing You Do. That was like one of my favorite
yes
nights. But I really do think that like besides that, it was just like getting so much closer to Zach's story. Like as we were shooting it, it seemed like so many things started to happen throughout the course of shooting that we were all like, wow, we belong right here, right now. And that was like a really beautiful feeling to have, you know?
Yeah.
I've tried to remind myself of that this year too. Like, even though it's really weird, like we belong right here, right now, when we're here for a reason. Maybe we don't know it yet, but
crazy timing to have learned that lesson so viscerally last year while we were filming.
Great word.
Because now we have to like, this is the test,
Right.
The test of application.
Yeah.
Tough year.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part, maybe like my favorite day was probably the day that the Jason Mraz concert. That was just so fun.
That was so sweet.
Yeah, that I was just really geeking out.
Those days in general, like at the theater, were so surreal and just like crazy. The way that they shot that, like they basically, for people who don't know, like the amount of extras that they had didn't fit the entire theater, so they like split it in half and shot like half the audience, and then moved the audience over, shot the audience, the other half of the audience, are like the same half but in a different place, and then like CGI, I assume, is how it just looked like. Such a full, beautiful theater, and like that scene that gives everyone chills.
Oh yeah, fun fact about Clouds is that there's actually a lot of special effects in it.
Yeah. There's a lot. Thanks to you and your beautiful head of hair.
Yeah, I had a lot of neck bubbles from that.
Because of the prosthetics, which, I mean, hair and makeup people were amazing, but like
Yeah.
obviously like, you know, sometimes prosthetics be doing some shit that they just be doing.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, I was constantly like having to lay down and like put it on fabric, you know. It's like
Yeah.
let's see if there's anything
Oh
else.
yeah, I'd like to say hi to Madison, because she looked really cute when she was just on here.
Yeah, she's the best.
I love her.
Um, who is more like their character or like others in the movie? That's an interesting question.
That
Like,
is a great question because I really feel like we are all like the people we play, which is rare, I think. I'm trying to think of like who's the least like their character.
I mean, everyone's like
You
Casper
know?
on, right?
That I really do feel, I mean, the only person I would say maybe would be Summer, who plays Grace, just because I don't feel like she's like always that like sometimes Summer would be snappy. Like she'd have like that Grace like comebacks, and I feel like Summer was just like the sweetest person ever on
Yeah,
set.
that's
Um,
totally true. Yeah.
that's like the only thing I can think of, but she's still a lot like Grace in a lot of ways. So
Yeah, they have a really similar sense of humor. Summer was like, yeah, no, she was the best. She actually reminds me of my little sister a lot.
yeah,
It's funny, you know.
that's so funny.
Um, when did you guys meet? Well, we met at the
Yesterday.
we met at Erewhon last week. Ran into each other.
um yeah, I'll never forget when we were in the audition room and I don't know what I started talking to you about, but you just seemed so annoyed and I was just like, got it. I was like, understood, we are not gonna be friends. And then we walk in the room, somehow we're like best friends, and I was like, okay. No, I'm not, I'm totally joking. You weren't annoyed with me, but I was like, ooh, am I like, I think in my head I was just like, I'm annoying him. I need to stop. I need to stop asking him
Yeah,
questions.
no, definitely not. I think whenever I'm in an audition room, I just get so self-conscious about
Yeah.
it's not that I don't mind talking to people, but like I'm always afraid that I'm gonna throw other people off their game, or like if it's a chemistry
Yeah.
read, I don't want someone to feel like they're being left out. You know what I mean?
And I like after I was like halfway through like talking about Chicago, I was genuinely in my head, I was like, oh my God, he thinks I'm trying to like psych him out or something. And so then I just like shut up. But honestly, it was like it was so magical then once we got into the room and yeah, I mean, obviously I think for all of us it was sort of like a little bit of like a slow process of getting to know each other because we had to be so vulnerable with each other so quickly. But
Yeah,
like we all were like a little bit, I don't know, like it was just such an interesting story to be brought into because it felt so personal. Um,
yeah.
yeah.
It's interesting, like thinking back on when we were still like auditioning or when it was just getting started, because um, I mean, I was nervous to like um I was just nervous about the gravity of the story. You know, I was like, oh my gosh, like we need to do this justice.
Right.
You need to take this
Which
so
you
seriously.
did. Don't worry about that.
You too, Sabs. Um, but it's nice thinking back on that and like being able to see the story from a different perspective now, you know,
Right.
because now, you know, I think it's almost easier to appreciate the joy and the humor of it looking back, like watching the movie and like it's actually really funny. But when I was filming or even when I was auditioning, I was like, oh wow, this is so sad.
I did see a question beforehand while I was stalking you guys. That was like, did you ever have a mental breakdown on set while you were filming? Which I like knew the answer to, and I kind of just wanted you to like talk about it.
Which one?
Uh,
Yeah, no, totally. I I had to have emotional breakdowns for like many scenes, but off camera, it was just a really emotional experience, you know? I think is there any like time that you're specifically referring to or
I just remember like you telling me, especially like around the time where you had to film the scene in the car, because I know that was like a very,
Yeah.
that was like it wasn't even a mental breakdown offset. That was a mental breakdown onset. But I thought it was so beautiful how you portrayed like, I mean, one, you didn't have the same privilege that, you know, Madison and I and Nev and Tom all had of like having the people that we were playing to talk to and ask questions and to really get inside their head. You just had, you know, the documentary, and you had his story, and you had Justin kind of, and you had Laura, and obviously Rob, all those people that were around to give you their insight. But I just felt like the way that you took it into your own hands and like played it so realistically, that's the word, realistically and beautifully was so inspiring for so many people. So I don't know. That was the first thing that came to mind, but obviously I'm just a fan. I'm just gonna
Well,
start a fan page as soon as I get off.
thanks. I definitely, yeah,
Please
that was
follow it so I have followers, guys.
okay. Sure. What's
It's
the
gonna be
username?
it's gonna be called Finn's Bald Cap.
Okay.
Okay. Can you imagine it shows up and it's not me? Like someone's making that right now, but it's not me, and then all these people are
Someone
like,
is saving that username right now. You know
oh, they
that,
are.
right?
They literally Finn's Bald Cap. That's
Um,
funny.
yeah, that was a tough day. What about you? What was like the hardest day of filming for you?
I think which is yo, this is the saddest thing in the world, but the scene that got cut
Oh,
was the bathroom, like
yeah,
Sammy and Amy's scene. I think because with ours we had so much time to kind of like there was so much time before and after for us to kind of like laugh and be playful getting into like the emotional bits of it. But with that one it was just like it was straight sadness throughout the entire thing, and just like kind of hysterically crying. And I think just getting myself to that place over and over again, because we shot it quite a few times, was challenging. But honestly it was so amazing to like have Madison there, because I think like I don't know, and that's why like even though it's not in it, or a part of it is, but will always be like one of my favorite things I've ever got to film.
yeah,
Maybe it'll see the light of day someday. Hey, Justin Baldoni, if you're watching this, I know you have the footage, so try
Beyond
to like.
Clouds Part Two. Okay,
I
like
was like, the sequel? No. This is
no, I
probably where
mean
I sign
there are a
off.
few good scenes. We just filmed so much. I think how long was the movie? Like when they did the rough assembly?
I feel it was over 2 hours for sure.
The movie is still over 2 hours.
Yeah, so
I
imagine the
think it was
rough.
like I think it was like 3.5 hours or something.
She was a minute. She was a minute or two, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let me check for more questions. What were in the deleted Sammy and Amy scenes?
What was in it? It was a little bit more backstory between like internally, I think what Sammy was going through on her own and what Amy was going through on her own. And I think at the end of the day, like it is Zach's story. And I think for what was is my phone just I only become popular when I'm busy. So if you hear like little phone buzzes, I can't tell if you can hear that or not.
All good.
Okay, good. I think for telling Zach's story, like it went a little too deep on the outskirts of that, but I think what they kept in there was so beautiful, and I think really was enough in making sure that, you know, the parts that really complemented Zach's story, and you can speak to this too, but I think what they left was like really, really beautiful and special and important.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously it was cool to be able to dive into their backstories a little bit more too.
Yeah. Yeah, and they have such a beautiful friendship. And
Yes.
I think it was nice to it it was clearly implied. And I think if the time allowed, it would have been a really awesome thing to see. But maybe these scenes will see the light of day somehow. Mr. Baloney, director
Mr. Baloney.
director Justin.
Mr. Head full of hair, Oni. Because he's
Um,
not bald. I just think that's the most ironic last name. Sorry. Gets me every time.
wow.
Um, I'm sorry for embarrassing you. I sometimes treat Instagram Live like FaceTime, and it's not. So
No, no, I fully respect that, and I think I just as I get more comfortable with Instagram live streaming, I
dangerous.
aspire to be more like you. Someone asked Sabrina, what was it like to be the star of the movie playing the role of the plane?
The plane?
I think they're referring to the. You remember the time when?
Do I remember? Uh,
What was it like?
you know, one, it's like these wings, right? They're heavy as hell.
Mm.
And then to obviously get them off the ground is a whole other thing. And then they have like scenes taking place inside me, which is like a lot for
Mm.
my digestive system. And you know, it's just, it's good. It's good. I'm
You,
learning.
I
I'm
mean,
learning.
it was uncanny. I like Boeing 747. Real.
Thank
That
you. I really did like the plane scene, though. That was actually the fun fact. That was the last scene I shot in the movie.
mm.
So that was the day before the last day of shooting. And I think that was really delirious because it was like 4 in the morning, and I was just sitting next to you, and I was just like started drooling. And Justin was like, okay, like cool it on the drool, and I was like, I can't help it. Like now I'm just drooling, you know.
Yeah, it's too late. You're in it.
Yeah, I was
Method.
method. Yeah.
Um, G-
It,
Gabita asks, how did you prepare for the scene where Zach finds out about Sammy's crush?
hmm. That's probably my favorite scene. I also think from our audition, like you and I had pretty good innate, uh, like in a really good innate sense of that scene and what it was and what it meant to very delicately handling the relationship between you and Amy and then you and Sammy, because Zach was like obviously like he wasn't trying to get both, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm.
But I do think he had a very special relationship with both of them, and I think playing that thin line of making sure that it didn't go too far, but it was just enough that it was like really beautifully realistic, and it was really amazing because I got to have my phone's gonna die, and I just got the notification. I think getting that ability to have the infamous Sammy Brown on set that day was
Oh, was she on set that day? Yeah.
and Robin Lara, and she
Oh,
was it was a bit nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie, just because I can't imagine sitting there looking at like just watching a conversation, like such a personal, memorable, indelible conversation that you've had with someone like being remade. But I also know that she had a hand in making sure that the language was realistic in that scene, which made me
right.
feel a lot better. So I didn't feel like I was going into it just playing something that was so different from what had actually happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
I mean,
liked
so
it.
it's like such an interesting thing because we're on the side of it where we're playing these real people, but like to see these vulnerable moments represented in a movie, it's like, so strange. I'm
Yeah,
just
I think,
thinking about
well,
like
especially
those.
people that don't know that it's a real story. And then like some of these scenes you're like, oh, this is someone was here and had to go through that. I mean, putting yourself in the shoes of someone that, obviously has such uh deep feelings for someone that they know is not going to be in their life forever is a very very select group of people that have felt that way that Sammy felt, and that's why I just thought like I was just so mesmerized by her, by Amy, by everybody in the Sobiak family, and everything that they went through and how gracefully they handled it, and then how beautifully they passed it on to us and just like allowed us to really like fill it with our own um, not even our own interpretation, obviously. Like Justin really guided us, but like,
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't a step-by-step tutorial on how they lived their lives, but it was a very, very significant part of their lives. So,
Yeah.
we're very grateful. Yeah.
By the way, Finn's bald cap says "Yo." It exists.
No way. I'm actually mad.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to do that, but you know what? The responsibility of running a Stan account, I tell you, I run 6 other ones, and it's
Oh
a lot
yeah.
of work.
Who
It's
are
a
your
lot of work.
who are your top
I'm on
what are your
Instagram
top
Live.
Stan accounts?
Okay. I was like, before you yell at me.
Wait, what?
She's asking me what I want for dinner.
Oh.
This is awkward. Relatable. I love you so much. I'm sorry that I've overstayed my welcome. But I don't know who you're guesting next. But I'm excited to see. I know you said Sammy and Amy were hanging out. And I
Absolutely.
feel like I just keep talking, so I'm gonna stop.
No, it's good to see you, and thank you for talking about clouds. You're the
Thank you
absolute
for
best.
being the star of clouds. Thank you everyone for donating. I see those numbers going up. Get it?
Yes, we have raised like $600 total so
Beautiful.
far with
Tis the
this one and the
season.
last one. That's pretty awesome.
That's amazing.
And all we've done is just be annoying on Instagram Live.
All we've done is literally be obnoxious. So that's really beautiful. Thank you for guesting us, Vinny, and I love you very much. And I hope you have a great night and a great rest of the chat. And if anyone hasn't seen Clouds, this has probably been awful confusing. So make sure to go watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, go watch Clouds. Go watch Beyond the Clouds. I love you, Sabrina.
Love you.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye.
Peace out. All right. Let's see. Oh, it's working this time, so I could actually guest someone else. I don't know if Sammy or Amy are here, but if you are, if there are any Clouds peeps that happen to be watching this and you want to go live, then just hit me with that. But yeah, like I said, didn't plan this out super well, but we have raised a lot of money so far. So, oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. You didn't know I am doing this live stream in celebration of Clouds Week, and the little thing below where you can donate is for the Children's Cancer Research Fund, which facilitates the Zach Sobiak Osteosarcoma Fund, and it is Clouds Week. So if you want to celebrate, then just donate down below, and you can help find a cure for osteosarcoma. That's the goal of the organization. So yeah, now it's just an open forum. If anyone has any questions about Clouds, I don't know how long I'm going to stay on here, but I would like to guest maybe like one more or two more people from Clouds. But yeah, we'll see. Let me check the questions. Were you gonna lip sync in Clouds, Finn? So actually, an interesting thing about Clouds is there wasn't any. All of our song performances were live, so everything that you hear, like from the Fix Me Up scene to the Clouds concert to Sabrina's How to Go to Confession, it was all live vocals, which was kind of cool and unusual for movies. And that is thanks to Nick Baxter and Jordan Carroll, who were in charge of the music for the film, and they did the sound and everything and made it awesome and super authentic and beautiful. So shout out to them. I don't know if perhaps they're watching this, but shout out to y'all. You're the best. Not that I would say anything otherwise, but they're meant to be together, right? I can't even Jane. I was gonna say I can't remember the main character's name. Yeah, Jane and Raphael meant to be together. Oh, whoops. Is there an easy way to donate outside of this live? Actually, yes, there is. You could just go to zaxmovement.org, and that's, you know, ZACHS movement.org, and you can donate there. Wow, we're at $405. Yeah, if you want to donate, it can be a really small donation, it can be a big one, but yeah, if you can donate $1, $5, a cajillion dollars, you know, whatever. By the way, my puppy Cedar is really enjoying this live stream because I'm just sitting here cuddling with her. Okay. Let's check. Well, so because I did bad planning, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get any other people from Clouds on here. But I'm glad we got to do it with Madison and Sabrina, and we have raised a lot of money for the Children's Cancer Research Fund, which is amazing. And also, if you guys haven't seen it yet, you can check out this year's Clouds Choir. It's all virtual, of course, but it's really beautiful. You know, it's an annual event that is in celebration of Zach's musical legacy, and it's a bunch of people coming to the Mall of America and singing Clouds together, and it's so beautiful. I went last year after we finished filming, and it was the best time ever. So they did a virtual version of that, and you can check that out now on the Children's Cancer Research Fund Instagram, I believe. And it's a bunch of other places, but that's the place I saw it. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna sign off. It's been like an hour now, so I feel like that's a pretty good timestamp to end on. And I just want to say thank you all so much for donating and being a part of this. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Happy holidays, and I will see you soon. Adios. Much love to y'all. I'll probably do another one of these again soon, so just be on the lookout. I'll try to hit the rest of the Clouds peeps next time. All right, have a good one. Mwah.